What is going on, guys? Make here, and welcome back to some more standard content on the channel. And today we got something a little special for you. This is probably for people who watched kind of my introduction video to what decks I want to play week one. This is probably the deck that I was the most excited for, and I think one that really has a chance to remain a player in metagame moving forward. That is Reanimator. Now, we've had all of this talk about Foundations, and we're going to be showcasing off some work cards. Now, it turns out that Foundations has quite a few significant reprints, and I think one of the more impactful ones potentially is Zombify, because we really didn't have a clean 4-mana reanimation spell before. Now, we did have Rite of the Moth, which you'll see is in this current deck list, but we're playing 4 Zombify and 1 Rite of the Moth. There's a reason for that. The finality counter that you get on Rite of the Moth does and will come up, it comes up a lot. If they kill your creature, you can't get it back again. So that's why I think Zombify is much, much better than Rite of the Moth, because the flashback is 6 mana, really doesn't come up all that often. It's really only here as sort of like, if you're playing against counter spells, you want to beseech for a Rite to be able to have double reanimation spell if you're fearing a counter spell. That's kind of what it's there for. But the genesis and the goal of this deck is pretty straightforward. You have ways to discard your creatures, either Splitskin Doll or Scrapwork Mutt or Bitter Triumph. So a bunch of ways to discard, either Atraxa or Valgavoth, whichever one you have in your hand. They're both pretty serviceable. And then just reanimate it. It's pretty straightforward. But the cool thing, and the reason I think that this one has a lot more potential than maybe some other Reanimator shells, is the fact that you get to play Beseech the Mirror, which, as we talked about in the Demonic Pact video, if you didn't see that one, I'm not sure if this one's going to go up before or after, so either check it out or this is spoiling. But Beseech the Mirror is a powerful tool for decks that are trying to assemble A plus B, because it is a tutor, but if you have fodder for bargaining, then it's a tutor that you get to cast the spell for free that turn. And it turns out Splitskin Doll and Scrapwork Mutt are both artifacts for Beseech. So not only do these act as discard outlets, they also act as Beseech fodder. So it kind of just lines up perfectly. Beseech the Mirror also lets you play some cool one-ofs where you want to have some access to these cards in your deck, but you don't want to play a ton of copies, namely Beza, good in some spots, maybe not in others, and Elenda, good in some matchups, maybe not others. You'll notice in today's video, there's quite a few spots that I wanted to get Elenda, so I think it was a pretty good main deck inclusion. There's just a lot of decks that can't kill this card. Big fan of the one Elenda. I will mention this deck list that you see on your screen may not be the deck list that you see in the first couple of matches, because we did a lot of changing cards around. This is kind of the finalized version that I would recommend after playing a whole bunch of games with it. But again, that's going to be a common theme with all these Foundations videos. Deck lists are going to be changing constantly between games, and that's because there's so many different things to try out. So keep that in mind when you're watching. We have Day of Judgment here as a sweeper that you can also tutor for off Beseech in case you need to. Virtue, which is cool because it's a removal spell, but also if you get to 7 mana, can be a way to reanimate. We have 1 Collector's Vault here. I kind of want more copies of this because it's sort of looting and ramping, where you can use this to discard a creature, but also you can use it to hardcast creatures. Like, it just gets you a bunch of mana. So I don't know what I would cut for more vaults if I wanted to play more. Perhaps the number, like the second Day of Judgment could go, maybe the main deck Beza, so something to keep in mind. And then cut downs just because, we need some sort of interaction besides just Bitter Triumph. So we're playing 3 cut down and 3 Bitter Triumph. As far as the mana base is concerned, nothing too crazy. 4 Shadowy Backstreet. I know it's a lot of tap lands, but Surveil, very good, where if you Surveil Atraxa or Valgavoth into the graveyard, it feels like you just cast a free and 2. You might kind of not understand why Blazemire Verge is here, and it's not necessarily apparent at first glance, which I think the first couple of versions, so in the first couple of games, we may not have had the Blazemires, but Scrapwork Mutt has Unearth, but you need red mana for the Unearth. So Blazemire Verge is effectively a swamp that can flashback Scrapwork Mutt. So that's kind of the idea behind playing the Verges. 1 Fountainport's really all you have room for, because you do have triple black and double white, so you can't really play a ton of utility lands, so keep that in mind. and then your kind of, various dual lands here. The sideboard could be a little different because we don't have a ton of Beseech tutor targets in the board. There's really only the 1 Legions to Ashes, along with 3 Duresses, 2 Ghost Vacuums, 2 Lockdowns, 2 Exercises, to mostly here for killing anti-graveyard hate like Rest in Peace, their own Ghost Vacuums, etc., etc. And Aquazots for the grindy matchups, 2 Cover Up for creature decks, and 2 Kayas for when you need to go just a little bit bigger against Domain and the other mid-range decks. And there you have it. Like I said, I am very, very excited for this deck. I think that there is a ton of potential in this shell. Everything just kind of works together, and this has kind of been the brew that I've been the most impressed with. Of all the decks that we've played over the past couple of weeks, I've only played Standard since Foundations came out, and this deck has really impressed me. So maybe something that you want to consider for a potential tournament upcoming moving forward. With all of that out of the way, again, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. It's going to be a keeper. Yeah, I guess the second doll is kind of weird, where the first doll is good because it's discard, but then the second one, if you have another small creature in play, the second one is not discard. So it is weird. A bunch of Pioneer lists are running sideboard Chandra's Defeat. Sideboard Chandra's Defeat. I would guess it's for the red decks, right? I'm not sure if there's like a specific red deck, but yeah, it hits. I guess it hits Ob Nixilis is maybe the reason why people are playing it over other options. I tend to prefer the other one, Red Cap Melee, I think. Cut down this. Am I going to add some Trans-Siberian Orchestra to my playlist for the holidays? I mean, I don't generally listen to that type of stuff, but rude. I'll let you take the go for the throat if you want to. How do you gain life in the white deck? Authority, Laydown. True. That's good. That's a good point. You may have to add some more life gain. I hadn't thought about that. Perhaps you might want to add some more life gain. Oh, right. They gain life for Laydown. You don't even gain the life. Well, that seems like a skill issue. Also, nice draw, by the way. It's the Thoughtseize bug, man. Every time. All right. All right. All right. Well, my recommendation at that point, Frost, would be add some life gain to your deck. Then, is that a reasonable reasonable answer? We're good deck builders, yeah. You and me both. I mean, the idea seems sound. What are like some other good ways to gain life? I guess you really just have authority at that point, right? Surely that's not enough. Yeah, I mean, I could wait to try and put Valgavoth in the graveyard, but surely this is good enough. Sorcery, creature, artifact, instant, land. Discard 3 cards. 1, 2, and... Alright, fine, 3. Perhaps this deck could use a red source or 2 for the Scrapwork Mutts. I don't know if that's, like, just kind of unnecessary, but maybe. You lose to Bird as a life gain deck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what other like cards that just explicitly gain life that are good. I can't think of any off the top of my head. There's probably not a ton of good ones, right? Valgavoth, Terror Eater. All right, they don't want to play anymore. Man, Zombify is pretty good, huh? Okay, green, black, mid-range. Green, black, mid-range. We have to prepare for a lot of graveyard hate. So I will do that by boarding in Exercise. Aquazots as a mid-range threat. Legions to Ashes, also reasonable. And I think we're removing Cut Down. I don't know what I want to cut. I don't want to cut anything. Like one of these, I guess. Maybe you don't... the Day of Judgment's good against the NXs. How do I keep... Dude, this is the second time today that I forgot about Bitter Triumph. Yeah, Bitter Triumph is certainly better than Go for the Throat. I don't know how... this is the second time this has happened. I'm just going to board out the Day of Judgment. Yeah, we should be playing Bitter Triumph over Go for the Throat. I don't know how this is like the second time this has happened in the same stream, but I just forgot about Bitter Triumph. Okay, 2 tap lands kind of awkward, but we can work with this. Bitter over Scrap. I like that Scrap. Well, the reason I want to play more Scraps is because of this, right? So like having enough Beseech enablers is good. But I think Bitter over Go for the Throat makes sense. But like if you're going to play 4 Beseech, I think you have to play 4 Scrapwork, 4 Splitskin Doll. See, the thing is you'll never know what my hat is because I'll just never turn it around. It could be a Dallas hat. It could also be a New York Giants hat. You don't know. You know what it is? You don't, because you can't see the back of my head. Unless, are you behind me? You're not behind me, are you? Welcome, W. Okay, 07 to Atraxa. Unfortunate. You hate to see it. Yeah, they don't have a land, which is good. Mutt me. The dog. Okay, we can bait the soul guy with the Zombify, and then we have to set up for the next Zombify. Like you can kind of just play through the Lantern. Yeah, true. I guess that's a good point. It's like is New York is New York more or less embarrassing than Dallas? It's really tough to say, right? All right, 1 Zombify down. I pass. Yeah, true. I guess that's a good point. There's not a lot of people don't have a lot of expectations from Danny Dimes. Could have blocked there, I guess. Just don't play a second Lantern. Then we're going to have a problem. That's fine. That I am okay with. Okay, Scrapwork, but... Gruul. Could have just played Aquazots, I guess. And then if I drew land 6 next turn, I could just do this all in the same turn, which one might not have been a bad idea. Yeah, he's out for the season, right? Dak is. I think they said that Dak was going to be out for the season. Tragedy. We weren't really winning anyways. Like we had no chance in the division, even if Dak, even if Dak was healthy. But now we get, you know, however many games left with Cooper Rush hell. They gotta find somebody better than Rush, man. Rush is just, I don't get it. How do you have a franchise like that and you can't find a better backup quarterback than fucking Cooper Rush? Like, come on, dog. What are we doing? What are we doing? Trey Lance also not better than Cooper Rush. Atraxa. Man. What do I want as my sorcery? Two pretty good options here. I guess we don't need the Zombify because we have the Rite. So... I don't know. Could be kind of dicey if they have, like, Duress or something. They go, like, kill spell, Duress, but then I can flashback the Rite. I'm just going to take Ashes. And then I guess Tapland is fine because we're not playing anything. No, Tapland was bad because I'm playing the Doll this turn. Should have taken Plains. And just discard Tapland though. Oh, right, we don't have to discard. Wait, that's kind of unfortunate. Although, nah, here is fine. I don't have a card I want to discard. How was the Boomer Green White deck yesterday? Honestly, Tantrum, not that bad. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, check the bod for yourself, but I thought it was kind of cooking. I honestly don't think it's that bad. Maybe that's just me coping, but I don't think it's that bad. How am I at 6 life, by the way? What happened? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, well, I guess we're doing this again. Choose up to 4. And I have 2 mana left with a land drop. Creature artifact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Land and sorcery. And then we go land for turn. Do we just kill the demon, or do we kill the Annex and hope they don't have a kill spell? I think we should... I mean, it's safer to kill the demon, right? Yeah. Let me pass. Discard Valgavoth. Chump block the Glissa. I mean, again, if they have a kill spell for Atraxa, we're probably in a tough spot either way, but... yeah, what's the likelihood of them not having a kill spell? I don't know if I was supposed to take Exercise or if I was supposed to take Beseech, because Beseech would have got back to Valgavoth, but Exercise does clean up the Annex. And, like, I needed to kill the demon that turn, so it kind of felt like I needed an answer to the Annex after the fact. I do kind of wish I had a red source here, though. Not gonna lie. Oh, they're just not killing Atraxa? Okay, well. Easy dub. If you're gonna make it easy on me... Alright, kill this. Eklazot. Attack. Yeah, now that's GG, right? Should be. I don't know. I guess they could, like, still kill the Atraxa. Can we get a library count? 32? That's not very many. 32 cards in library, huh? I wonder if there's a way to build elves enduring innocence pile like a Pioneer. So the problem with that is you lose a lot of the good hate bears, right? You don't have Thalia, you don't have Archon. You do have Anointed Peacekeeper, but Peacekeeper doesn't work with Innocence. I guess you have even Interrupter, which does work with Innocence, so that's not bad. Phyrexian Censor. Again, 3/3 though. Like, now, you know, two of your 3 drops doesn't even trigger the Innocence, right? That seems kind of sus. Shadowy Backstreet. I don't think I want land 5. Land 5, be gone. Playing the mirror, huh? Oh god, Domain is going to be a miserable match. Truly miserable match. We're just going to be Atraxing back and forth for till the end of time. I would have to imagine we are at a pretty big disadvantage because they have Sunfall that kills Valgavoth. So I can't imagine this is a good matchup for us. Postword, we got Duresses and stuff, but game 1 we have a lot of bricks. Ready to ignite. I put an Atraxa into play. Atraxa. They definitely have a biting here. Choose up to 5. Okay, give me a creature. Give me an artifact. Give me a sorcery. Give me an instant, and give me a land. Now, oh, they didn't cast Binding. Discard 3. 1, 2, 3, probably. Maybe getting rid of the second throat is better. We're kind of cooking here. We're kind of cooking. The question is, if they don't kill the Atraxa, do we get back to Valgavoth next turn? It's just too bad in the Sunfall, right? It's way too bad in the Sunfall, I think. Zombify is such a huge printing, though. Like, it is really strange to see this card in Standard, isn't it? Just like a card that I'd never thought they'd reprint, you know? There's a lot of those in this set. Splitskin Doll. Dolby. Okay. Go. Do I have a discard spell in the main deck? Cut down Doll, go for the throat. Maybe I should be playing like 1 Duress in the main as a Beseech target. That might not be a bad idea. Really? They just don't have an answer to Atraxa? I find that very hard to believe. I'm not putting a Valgavoth into play until you kill this Atraxa. It's not happening. Alright, there you go. Now I'll put the Valgavoth into play. Well, hold on. Do I put the Valgavoth into play? It might still be Atraxa, honestly. Right? Yeah, honestly, I think it might still be Atraxa. Yeah, I think I like that better. Why Atraxa? Because it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't seem like they have a second answer. I think their second answer is Sunfall. They wanted to, like, save the Sunfall for when I put the Valgavoth into play, but if I just put the Atraxa into play and their only answer is Sunfall, they have to cast the Sunfall, and then I can just do the Valgavoth next turn. That's what I was thinking. And in that vein, honestly, I could just kill the binding with this, which also gets me a... I'm going to keep that in the deck, actually. Killing the binding gets me back a copy of Atraxa anyways. Basically, what I'm trying to do is save the Valgavoth until the last possible second, you know? Like, I want the Valgavoth to be the last card that I play. I want them to answer everything I have before the Valgavoth, because there's less cards they have that answer Valgavoth. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to do here. But it seems like they're kind of just toast anyways, you know? Like here, I think if they cast Binding, maybe I'll reanimate the Valgavoth. Okay. I mean, I don't have to do anything, right? Like, I can just chill. They're at 5. There you go. I pass. I just, like, it seems to me that they have Sunfall. That's the read that I'm getting. And I don't want to put the Valgavoth into play to get Sunfalled, right? Oh, I should have killed the Overlord first. That was my bad. I could also just save the Go for the Throat, right? Get lost. Yeah, I mean, my life total doesn't matter too much. Like, if they're killing me, it's going to be in huge chunks, you know? But I don't want to take a poison damage. Also, giving them less things to sack to Valgavoth is nice. Do we have a fetchable land? I think we do. Fetchable check? We got plenty. Zombify. They have 1 card in hand. Alright. I think I'm going to hold on to the Shieldred, though. But I think I will also do this. Like, honestly, here, if they Sunfall, who cares, right? You know? Sorcery, instant, creature. Have I played a land this turn? I don't think I played a land, right? No, I definitely did. Alright, whoops. Again, doesn't really matter. Discard 2. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't think it matters either. Even if they cast Sunfall here, it's like, who cares? And that's like the only card they could possibly have. Yeah, that is not sufficient. Not sufficient. I block. I declare a block. I wanted to cast your Archangel. Come on, come back. Okay, Domain. Cut down out, Throat out, Judgment out, Duress good, Exercise good, and Aquazot's good, Ashes good. Okay, you've got to cut 2 cards. What are the 2 weakest cards? I don't know. Could we go down on Creep Fatties, maybe? I mean, Aquazot's is not actually that good against their removal, right? Like, it doesn't line up that well against Sunfall and Binding. It's okay against Get Lost, but they do have a bunch of ways to kill it. Yeah. They do exile a lot. I think it might not be necessary. And I think we have enough ways to clear their Graveyard 8 that I think between Exercise and, like, Exercise, Duress, Ashes, we have plenty of ways to kill Rest in Peace if they have that. Dude, I'm just waiting for that Deck Yeah t-shirt, chat. The sub goal is still up. Sub goal is still up. Any primers? Any Oilers that, you know, any gifties? Oilers that just want to drop an obscene amount of gifteds, getting us to the sub goal. We will make the Deck Yeah t-shirt live on stream if and when we hit that sub goal. Valgavoth. How we felt about Dallas? I don't want to talk about it. We will not be having football conversation involving the Dallas Cowboys. We will just pretend that they don't exist. If you pretend they don't exist, they can't hurt you. I mean, it's not been a very good season. It's not been a very good season. I'm in a rough go of it. I mean, Dak is out for the season, so if that answers your question. He was, yeah. Although the nice thing about Dak being out for the season is I've had the opportunity to pick up Tua Tagovailoa, and I've changed my fantasy team name to Hawk Tua Jokes. So I guess that's the upside. Chat will have to crowdfund for the lawsuit from Wizards. No, we'll be fine. If the Pinkertons come after me, I'm prepared. Thought those jokes were banned. Well, they're not banned in my fantasy league. You better have a Sunfall, Gelfano. You better have a Sunfall stat on the spot. You're not targeting this thing, let me tell you. You do not want to target that. They don't have a Sunfall? So they're cooked? Officially cooked? Can you play lands with Valgavoth? Oh, I should have played the Cavern. That was my bad. Go. The Cowboys don't have a logo. Their 1 star is their rating. Come on, man. Why gotta be like that? All right, Reanimator deck confirmed busted. We beat the Atraxa war. Reanimator deck is kind of cooking though. That was a pretty impressive first match. Streamer hates control, but he has put Day of Judgment in his deck. I feel like I've been lied to. No. No. All right, chat. We need more gamblers. There's only 4 people in the prediction. There's 230 people in the chat, all right? And only 4 people gambling. What is going on right now? Dead stream confirmed? Dead stream confirmed, huh? Yeah, view botting proven, I guess. We're all bots. You're not supposed to say that, okay? You're supposed to keep that a secret for now. Look, I know that my stream's been dead for a while. I'm trying to revive it. I'm doing the best I can. Doing the best I can. Ruin Lurker Bats. Beseech. Beseech. I don't know what I want to tutor for yet. Could tutor for Shelly, maybe? Nah, let's wait. I'll wait a turn. I mean, if I didn't have Day of Judgment in my hand, I would tutor for that, but we don't need to tutor for that because we already have it. They're just killing me with bats, huh? Killing me with bats. Okay, give me a large creature, please. The bats are owning us? I mean, I don't know about that. I think I could beat a couple of 1/1s. Pretty sure I can beat a couple of 1/1s. I accept. -2. They are gaining a lot of life off the bats. Rite of the Moth. Any racers? Race. Could beseech now, I guess. I'm just gonna keep waiting. Look, they'll eventually play another creature to the battlefield that I actively want to kill, but until then, like, I'm chilling. What the fuck is in their hand, by the way? Okay, I found the line. You ready? You're not prepared for this line, by the way. You ready for this line? So we go Beseech without bargain. Hear me out. Bang. Bang. There we go. Valgavoth. I think Valgavoth is better against them, especially after we Day of Judgment. Surely this is the turn I Day of Judgment, right? I guess it doesn't matter because we have to go for the throw. Well, now I'm just going to Wrath, right? Any Wrathers? Day of Judgment. New card spotted. New card spotted. I guess we could do this. Yeah. Get back the Throat, and then if they have second bat, we have Throat. Sure would be really nice if I had a red source of mana. I don't exactly know how we get a red source in this deck, though. Enduring Tenacity. Okay. Valgavoth, Terror Eater. We can exile the Tenacity too. I guess I could have gone exile Tenacity main phase and then paid 4 life to cast it. I don't know if I want to, though. Okay, well, that also works. Easy. Okay, what are they playing? White, black. Oh, they're probably playing the combo, right? The new combo with Tenacity and Vengeful Bloodlord. Yeah. Well, the reason I wanted to get the Valgavoth first collapse, because, see, the thing is, they're playing with Ruin Lurker Bat and Deep Cavern Bat. It is extremely unlikely they have sweepers in their deck. And if I can Day of Judgment into Valgavoth, I don't really know how they're meant to beat that. That was kind of the reason I wanted to go for Valgavoth first. Under normal circumstances, like against Golgari, I'd rather go for Atraxa first. But I think in that exact scenario, it was better to go for Valgavoth. So Ash is probably good against Tenacity. I like that. Same with Exercise. Although, I don't know, Exercise doesn't kill a lot out of their deck. But they probably board in Rest in Peace. Yeah, Lockdown good against all the bats. I don't know what's bad against them, honestly. I don't really have a lot of bad cards. We can try cutting the Overlords, I guess. We could shave on some of this stuff, which gets a little bit worse if we're boarding in the, yeah, the Betrema Shieldred, maybe. Cut one Overlord, and maybe... Not a lot of cuts. Not a lot of cuts. Maybe I don't... You know, let's not do the Exercises. And let's keep in the Overlord. Let's try that. Because if we're boarding in Lockdown for their Rest in Pieces... Well, if we're boarding in Lockdown for their creatures, Lockdown also hits Rest in Peace. So we don't necessarily need the Exercises to kill Rest in Peace if we have other ways to do that. Near, 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 near. You know, I'm not so sure about this one. Not so sure about this one. Let's go to 6. Okay, good hand. W hand. Cut down killed everything they played that game. It's kind of rude. It's a little rude. Okay, Rite of the Moth down. I'm not killing that bad. You can't make me. I don't respect Ruin Lurker Bat as a card. Maybe I should respect it, you know, to a fault, but I'm not going to respect it until you make me respect it. Oh, attack. No blocks. All right. Oh, is that a good draw? God, I love, like, dude, Beseech Scrapwork Mutt is such a cool line, man. It's so sick. Okay. Well, you know, I think I would like my own copy of Bloodthirsty Conqueror, please. No, come back. You know, we could have actually, like, tried to set up their own combo. Is it my sideboard 14? No, I thought it was 15, no? I mean, I'll count it again during sideboarding, but I thought it was 15. I thought I added one back in, no? I cast Entomb. I play my land for turn, and I tap my land, and I cast the Entomb card. It's pretty good. This is like the exact feeling when you're playing against modern Gorios, and they just go, you know, turn 1, fetch survey land, put Atraxa in the graveyard. This is what that feels like. Herm. I'm actually not gonna cast the Mutt this turn. Okay. All right, let's go pay 3. And then I think next turn we can go Mutt, hold up, cut down on their turn. I'll just play Swamp, I guess. Well, yeah, because if I... I'm going to discard Beseech. And this way, they need to have a kill spell and a discard spell. Okay, that is neither of those. That is none of that. Ralph is in trouble. Ralph appears to be in trouble. Question is, do we Rite or do we Beseech? I think we Beseech because if they do find a way to kill the Valgavoth, I want to make sure that it doesn't get exiled. Because this makes them... this essentially makes them answer the Valgavoth twice. And it's going to be so hard for them to answer it the first time that I think this is fine. Valgavoth, Terror Eater. Right. Like they have to go like land, 2-drop, go for the throat, sack 3 things, but then even if they do that, they just cannot possibly beat the follow-up Reanimate. I'm going to be attack. Attack for 9. 22, huh? I guess it's funny because now if they kill the slasher, they get it back. That is pretty funny, right? Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Because it goes to right. Because Valgavoth says you can try pins upon screamer from anywhere. Exile instead. If a card you didn't control would be put into an opponent's graveyard, that is pretty funny how that works. They're still playing. Pale Life. Okay. Actually, now that I think about this, this is like a little dicey, isn't it? Hold on a second. Did they find a way out of this? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's think about this. When are we going to brew? Push, pull, new vamp, and enduring. Probably never. Probably never. Pretty sure if you're casting push pull, you could do something better than do that. Like even just push pulling 2 Bane Rippers is probably better. Go to 15. All right. Go to 15. Or sorry, go to 18. I can't do math. Wait, I'm dead now, right? Because this is 16 plus 4 is 20. Shit. I guess I couldn't attack there, huh? Alright, I didn't do the math. Streamer did not do the math. The math has not been done. Yeah, I'm dead. Throwing for skins. Yeah. I can cast the slasher, but it doesn't do anything, so go. So I guess my play was hold back Valgavoth, block the 6/6. Yeah, okay. Should have held back the Valgavoth. Noted. Noted. Okay, Golgari mid, huh? Golgari mid-range. Golgari mid-range. Not a lot here, right? I guess Bat God is pretty good. Could Legions for their sideboard cards. Exercise nice. Cut down bad. I feel like this is not a Beza matchup. Like, the problem with Beza is they have a lot of flyers. And I think the cards that I'm losing to most of the time are flyers. And that's part of where I don't want Beza, because I can't block with the Beza tokens most of the time. Ding 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 ding. Llanowar Elf. Guess I should have kept it in the cut downs, huh? See, that's like why Elf feels so bad, where normally I wouldn't want to keep it in cut down against Golgari, but now it feels like you kind of have to just because of this card. And it's extremely necessary to kill that on the draw. But it does feel kind of bad, to keep in cut down against them. But maybe it's fine. It is a nice artwork. Rude. It's okay if you skillfully drew a second creature. Right, but I have I forgot about that. This doesn't discard if you have another creature in play. Didn't draw land anyways. Ding 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 ding. No, not really tenacious. Bro, where are my lands at? Where lands? Lands where? I guess this kind of works out because I can go end phase, discard, and then untap this. We could find a land. I could Doll there to try and rip the land. But if I'm going to cast the Triumph this turn, I want to, you know what I mean? Like, they're probably going to give me a good target for Triumph here. Which they did do. All right, land me. Land me! Land me. Bro. What is this? Yeah, now you want to give me a land, huh? All right. Surely they didn't draw a second frill back, right? Make you stay. Surely they didn't draw a second frill back, right? Right. But this is why I saved the scrapwork. We prepared for this. Don't worry. Don't worry. We have prepared for this. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Now, they definitely don't have the third frill back. They definitely 100% do not have the third frill back. Accent MTG, thank you for the prime. Welcome back, Accent. Folks, did you know, just like Accent, you too can subscribe to the channel for free utilizing that Amazon Prime subscription. Thanks again for the Prime, Accent. Okay, here's the question. Question for the folks in chat. Do we Wrath or do we Reanimate? I feel like we Wrath here, right? They can eat Valgavoth with land. Oh, fuck, they have Cottage. Right, so I guess we can't Wrath. Because what's my out, right? If I Wrath, they just go Animate Cottage, eat Valgavoth, then what's my next turn? I can't do anything, right? So I guess we just have to Zombify and hope they don't have a kill spell? Because, I mean, the Cottage is face up, right? Like, the Cottage is right there. Yeah. The Cottage just makes that so awkward. They got too many shitters. Too many shitters. Do they not have a Wrath? Or a removal spell, right? They do. Damn. Damn. Alright, well, 07's for the Valgavoth. And also 07's for this match. No, I'm just kidding. Against the Wrath. Get something, maybe. There's a chance we can win this with Wrath. It's not over yet. They sacked the Slasher and the Dread Knight? I didn't even realize that. That's funny. So here's the problem with attacking first, is if they block all four, then we can't Wrath. So, and they do know that we play Beseech, so I think we just have to do this. Well, I mean, here's the question. Do we even get the Wrath now? Did I board out Shelly? I did board out Shelly. I have 3 in hand. I mean, it still kind of has to be the Wrath, right? Oh, right. I have the Shelly in the board. Yeah. All right, let's sweep. Let us sweep. Yeah, I guess attack with 3 was fine. Attack with 3 was probably safe because they have no block up. Unholy Annex. Annex. This vacuum is kind of annoying. I mean, we just can't win this game now, right? Maybe Elenda would be a good tutor target for mid-range matchups. Elenda's the one that has protection from instants, correct? 4/4 for 4 protection from instants. We could look into that. That could be a good one. That might not be a bad Beseech target. It has like more. It has better built-in protection than Shieldred. I could buy that. We could give that a shot. Restless Cottage. Okay, I think I've determined my only way to win this game is Bat God. Yeah, Beseech for Ruinlurker Bat. Don't think that is exactly where I want to be. Beseech the Mirror. How close are we to hard casting? 3, 6, 7 mana. Alright. Bat God, save me. Save me, Bat God. She won't do. Annex is pretty messed up, yeah. Okay. I don't think that's the Glen Elendra we were looking for. Yeah, 4 mana, 4/4, lifelink, hexproof from instance. Life total is greater than your starting life total. It gets +1/+1 menace. And an additional +5/+5 as long as your life total is at least 10 greater. I mean, we do gain enough life to get above 20, so 5/5 lifelink hexproof from instance menace is pretty good, right? Okay. Ralph, you may win this one. You may win this one. But I'll get you next time, Ralph. Oh shit, I know I was muted. I said the best deck is mono white, 40 heir apparents, and 20 planes. Because somebody asked what the best deck was, and that was my response. Atraxa. I guess we're going to have our choice, huh? Which one's better against red-green? Probably just the Atraxa, right? Oh. Well, that's awkward. I guess they only have 1 mana up, so they get to choose. But we have to kill the Curator before they untap, because otherwise they can eat both of my creatures. But now they get to choose. My guess is they'll exile Atraxa. All right. Now here's the thing. I need you to not have another copy of Keen-Eyed Curator, please. No second Curator inbounds. That's fine. That I can live with. That one I'm okay with. Do they have the double strike thing? I think that pause means they have double strike. Yeah. But we're going to have to trade for the Atraxa next turn, I think. Boop. Choose up to 5. Instant, creature, sorcery. Why are they saying choose up to 5? Oh, because Mutt is an artifact and a creature. I see. So I can choose Mutt for both artifact and creature, but I can still only take 4 cards. Flytrap, huh? Oh, that's actually bad if they have the double strike thing. Right. Yeah, and that pause means they definitely have it, right? Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna make him use it, I guess. We go to 1, right? Or no, we die! Holy shit. Alright, touche. Jacobs, touche. Round of applause for Jacobs. Well done, well done. Red, green, Delirium, huh? Red, green, Delirium. Alright, give me exercise. Give me Anoint with Affliction. I wonder what their... I was going to say I wonder what their graveyard hate is, but it probably is just the Keen-Eyed. Could do this, could do these. Probably not an Elenda matchup. I think Aquazots might be too slow. Let's just not do that. And then let's go... just one of each of these, I guess. Try that. Haven't they changed the rules? So the combat change that happened was it's only relevant when you are double blocking with a creature, which that was like the new rules change would not have, like, that wouldn't have come up that game. Scrapwork Mutt. Very good doggo. Good doggo. Uh-huh. It is in effect now, yeah. Hasn't come up for me yet, though. It's actually kind of a huge pickup, because if they go Keen-Eyed with 1 mana untapped, then we can just go Bitter, discard Atraxa, and have 2 of them in the graveyard. So that's a huge pickup. Is there a reason why they made that change? I think it makes it a lot easier for newer players to sort of understand combat, or I think that's at least the reasoning they used. Which, to be fair, I think that's a reasonable goal, you know? And I do kind of agree that it seems like it does kind of streamline the combat phase a little bit more. Like, if you're a newer player and you are sort of like getting into the game of Magic, you would just kind of assume that that's the way that it's always been, you know? Like, that is it, the way they changed it is certainly the most intuitive thing. So like I understand why they did it, and I think it makes sense from a new player perspective. The way that it was done before was just weird and archaic, and you know, I think the change is good. I think it cleans up a lot of like weird ruling, like angle shoots and things like that. I think it's good for the most part. Okay, okay. I mean, you know about the second Zombify. Do it again, 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 again. No, it's not. No, stop with the Galta. You can't keep telling Chad about Galta, because then more people are gonna want the Galta. Fleck, thank you for the 11 months. What's in my hand again? I don't have another Reanimate, so I guess I should take Rite. So sorcery, enchantment, creature, instant, land. And then play this. Discard 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm also going to keep this in hand in case they go like kill Keen-Eyed. Then I can kill Keen-Eyed and then discard the Valgavoth or something. 12 mana Galta stuff. We played Galta early, and I will tell you, or we played Galta earlier, and I will tell you that it was not the most enjoyable experience. Yeah, we spent like a good 2 hours today playing Galta. Look, I love Galta as much as the next guy, but it is just, you can't do that kind of shit right now. That is just not what Standard is about. Well, I mean, it is face up, right? I guess I will put my creature into play. All right, good luck. My hype for Universes Beyond. Define hype. I guess you could say that I'm anti-hype. I don't know. I think it's fine. At the end of the day, I mean, it is the direction that they have chosen to go. I mean, some people don't enjoy that stuff. I am less of somebody who cares about the aesthetics and somebody who is way more interested in the power level of the cards. That's all I care about. I don't care. The images that are on the cards could mean less to me. I don't care about that stuff. I only care about the power level and is it healthy for the format. So as long as the cards are designed in such a way that makes the format healthy, then it's probably fine. It is what it is. I think what I'm more worried about from the perspective of Universes Beyond is I think the trickier thing is having an extra set per year. That's what matters more. That matters a lot more than, the actual like pictures on the cards. It's a good top. I think we're 1-1 right now, Dragon Rage. This is only match 2. Could mean less, so you do care. Actually, streamer? Actually? I guess when you put it that way, yes. I want a better target for Bitter Triumph. That's a good one to put in the graveyard, if I'm being honest. Although I guess if they go untap land Keen-Eyed Curator, this is kind of awkward. Okay, they didn't do that. See, what I'm saying is that Exercise should have been an instant. I guess this is scarier. Yeah, see, that's why Exercise should have been an instant. For the vacuum. Which Valgavoth? Valgavoth, Terror Eater. Good luck, Gruul Mage. Godspeed, Jacobs. Godspeed. I guess it is a little awkward that, like, I don't want a Day of Judgment here. I mean, they can't deal me 27, can they? Nah, surely they can't deal me 27. I could Wrath and then just get back to Valgavoth again the turn after. Okay. I can cast that Altanek next turn. Patchwork Beastie. Attack for 9. I pay 7 life. I cast a 9/9 creature. Is that one drop good? Patchwork Beastie? I think it's pretty good. Probably should have just done this last turn, but it's fine. I mean, I like Beastie in the Delirium decks. It's a question of, like, I think Patchwork Beastie is good for the Delirium decks, but I think it's a better question of, are the Delirium decks competitive with the other mid-range decks? And I think that's a tougher question to answer. If you guys want to help support the stream, get us closer to that sub goal, any and all support is greatly appreciated. Elenda. We get to see how the Elenda is. Yeah, that's the nice part about it, too. It's like there are very few 1-drops in the format that dodged all of the good black removal, and I think that's a big part of it. Like, the fact that it dodges both Cut Down and Go for the Throat is pretty huge. I'm really good at casting Entomb with these Surveil lands. Dimir, huh? Not bad. They also don't know about the Beseech, which is kind of cool, because they may not just, like, fire off removal on the Scrapwork Mutts. How many subs to name your firstborn sub deck? Yeah, 68. The answer is however many subs we need to hit the goal. Harvester spotted. I think I'm discarding Overlord. Oh god, no, not 2 planes, please. No, not 2 planes. Not like this. Surely I'll find a black source, right? Surely okay. Alright, black source located. Alright. That would have been pretty funny. Oh no, I take 2. Not like this. Ooh, actually, here it might have been better to get the Rite of the Moth, because it's pretty hard for them to kill Valgavoth anyways, and Rite is better flashback, like, if they do somehow kill it. Although, I don't know, if they kill it, then it exiles it. Ritual Chamber. Okay, so we go here, discard. Discard this. True, I do have a second target in the graveyard already. Swing first. I guess they could maybe double block if I swing first, but they're probably just going to concede anyways. Yeah, if I attack first, maybe they double block. Could have at least given them the opportunity to. Any love for Valgavoth's Faithful? And a meme reanimation brew in DSK. I was using it as a way for Balemurk to recur reanimation effects. The problem I have with Faithful is it's an additional mana, right? And the most important part of this deck is having reanimation spells that are good with Beseech, but Beseech plus Faithful isn't good unless you have, a shit ton more mana. So I think keeping the reanimation spells to only ones that you can get off Beseech are pretty important. Like, that aspect of the deck is pretty huge. Do I want Ashes against them? I definitely don't want Beza. I don't like Beza against Flyers. How good is Elenda against Dimir? Like, sure, Hexproof from Instance is nice, but if they have a bunch of demons, then it's not as good, because they can just block it. Kind of just want to do something like this. Try that. Or you. I don't know why I have this song. Like, I cannot tell you why I enjoy listening to the song, but I just do. It's like really hard to explain, but for some reason I like this song, but I don't know why. Yep, I'm in there. I'm in there. Yeah, see, exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Is like if your life total is that high, then you're probably in a good spot either way. What do you think here? Which way, Western man? I don't know. I think it's this. It's close though. Unholy Annex. Annex. Just gonna hope to draw the reanimation spell next turn. Couldn't go anywhere without playing it. Oh, sure. Yeah, if you were literally at UCLA when this song came out, I could understand that. Okay, give me Overlord. Could hit Shieldred or Aquazots, maybe. I mean, I guess if I'm just going to do Bitter Triumph anyways, then I might as well do this, right? Do. You see, the problem with Unholy Annex is that it's just a little too good. Ooh. Plan B spotted. Plan B secured. What is this? There's no way they're trading, right? Oh, because they think I have Beseech? All right, sure. That's funny. They're so worried about Beseech. Yeah, they were so worried about Beseech. Although, no, because if I had Beseech, I could just sack the Overlord, right? Is that block even good? Because I can still sack the Overlord. Opponent. Opie. Liliana. Yeah, I know, right? Unholy NX. Daring today, aren't we? There's so much Dimir. So much Dimir. Okay, so I could Doll first, but Doll first is worse if they have 2 mana counter unless you pay 2. But Doll first does let me keep the Overlord in play. But then again, Doll first also triggers Mastermind, which I may not want to do. Kind of tricky. Kind of tricky. I think I'm just sacking Overlord. Alright, just don't have negate, please. They do not have negates, which is good. Question is, do we get Valgavoth or Atraxa here? I think it's got to be Atraxa. Choose up to 4. Okay, sorcery me. Creature. Artifact. No, artifact, land. And then I think we should probably not play Splitskin Doll this turn, because I just don't want to trigger the Fairy Mastermind. Although, I guess Doll is good if they have second Liliana. I don't know, this is fine. I'm not going to play the Doll. I don't want to give them a card off Mastermind. They clearly don't have an answer right now. But I will look kind of foolish if they have second Liliana. You think Overlord is better than a random card? You think so, but again, they could definitely draw a counterspell, right? That's the issue. Okay, they can remove the Atraxas. Oh, they remove Valgavoth. Interesting. So they're just gonna fight through the Atraxas. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm much happier with that. Because this game's gonna be about resources. The thing about that play is they know about the Rite of the Moth too, right? Maybe they have second cover up? Sorcery. Only 2, huh? Alright, only 2. Below average. I just wanna break you. But now we're just gonna kill them with, like, temples, Elendas, dolls. Like, we have plenty of ways to win. What? Oh, shit. That's not good. Huh. I forgot about that card. Well, that's bad. Huh. That's very bad. Chat. I think I'm dead. So we have 5 in deck. We could Splitskin Doll. I don't know what we're looking for, though. Maybe, like, Duress? No, I don't think I boarded in Duress, did I? The Reef mills me? Yeah, the Reef puts me to 1. So I need to somehow assemble Lethal next turn, which I can't do, right? Oh, yeah, good point. I can't even deploy the Elenda because I just die. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. I think I'm dead 100%, right? Where's the big boy? No, they exiled the big boys. They got these with cover up. Yeah, I think we're just dead because if I play Doll, I go to 4 cards in library, I'm just dead on board to the Reefs. But the problem is here I only have 12 damage, right? Well, actually, that's not true. No, it still is true. Okay, they had Jace anyways. All right, okay. Now that we kind of have a better idea, I didn't know they were playing the Doomsday stuff. So now that we know they have Doomsday stuff, definitely want the Duresses. Day of Judgment probably gets worse. Shelly good. Elenda's still pretty good. Bat God good. Ashes probably, maybe not necessary. Could just do one of each of these again. It's probably fine. Game 3. Why do you want the barricade? Ashes, Bitter, Beseech, Zombify. Probably a fine hand. You fear I may have cooked? It's good, right? Like, it's pretty consistent. I've liked it so far. Rankle's Prank. Is that which one's Rankle's Prank again? Is that like 4 mana, each player like sacks a bunch of stuff or something? Mutt, huh? Problem with Mutt is we don't have a creature, so I think I graveyard since we have this to discard if we find a big creature. Prevent their targets. So I guess it stops them from Jace targeting me. I guess that's fine because we have Ashes. Discard 2, lose 4, sack 2. You get all 3 modes too, right? I don't know. It seems kind of... Could be like an okay Beseech target, I guess. It could be a decent Beseech target. But I think other than that, I probably wouldn't want it. You maybe want that as a Beseech target, though. I could buy that. Jace, the Perfected Mind. Let's slow things down a little, or something like that. I don't think that's what Jace says, but... Pay 3. Keck by Jace. Get out of here. That's Teferi. Look, same thing, okay? Same blue Bedge Planeswalker. It's all the same shit to me. Hello there. Honestly? Doom, are you interested in content AF deck that's actually pretty nice? What? I don't I don't understand the question. What exactly are you asking me? I'm confused. What's the I fail to understand the question. What is the question that I'm being asked? Yeah, those were in fact some of the words of all time. Ignore me? Okay. Well, you don't have to say that twice. They don't have a counterspell, do they? Dude, how am I beating Doomsday Excruciator? I'm just cold if they have it, right? I mean, Duress certainly does not beat Doomsday Excruciator. Yeah, I mean, I just have to jam. Alright, no counterspell. Any Twitch Primes? Any Twitch Primes in the chat? How about perhaps any Gifties? Any Oilers? Anybody in the chat to just own an entire country? Want to get us to the sub goal? We're close. I guess, hold on. We do have... This actually is not that bad, right? Because we have Bitter Triumph for the Reef, and we can tank hits from the Doomsday. Let me think about this. Upkeep, draw a card. So if I go upkeep, kill the Doomsday. Upkeep, trigger on the stack, kill the Doomsday, and then hold the other Bitter for the Reef. I don't even have to kill the Doomsday, though, do I? I can just let them have it. 6, 5, 4, take 6, go to 11. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. I thought about killing the Doomsday, but I don't think we have to. I can just take 12. They can cast second Doomsday, I guess, right? But then if they do that, I can just kill one of them. Imagine they draw the other Jace, though. How sick would that be? Yeah, one of their last 6 is Jace. I'm going to be so mad if they play second Jace. There's just no way, right? Okay, they have 4 in deck. So I kill one now, right? I think. Yeah, we kill one now. Well, is there any reason to? Well, I mean, I'm going to have to kill one, right? Because I can't take 12 next turn, so I guess I should kill one now. Make them draw. Well, the thing is, there's no reason to let them untap, right? Because there's no difference... Oh, no, there is a difference. Right, okay. Okay. There is a difference. You're right. So I'll do it upkeep then. I guess it's like a little awkward if they found a counterspell. But I guess if they found a counterspell, they could just animate the Reef and then counter the Triumph that targets the Reef. So I guess we still do lose them having a counterspell here, right? I mean, in their eyes, they can just go for the Reef, but we have the second removal spell, so... Yeah, they need negate specifically. Well, not if this last card is negate, right? That's the only scenario where they have negate in the bottom 6 and I win, is if it's the literal last card. But that was going to be true no matter what line I took, right? No, negate, no, negate, no, negate. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's go. All right, Doomsday successfully beaten. Well, that's not true. They could kill their own Doomsday, right? Their out is play Restless Reef and then kill their own Doomsday. Yeah, that's their out. But they have to have another Reef, right? Or the Jace. Come on, you don't have... Okay, I was going to say, you don't have the Jace, do you? Please tell me you don't have the fucking Jace. All right, 07s. See ya! Orzhoz Clerics? I have not thought about Clerics. What's the Cleric payoff? Pomelo, huh? That's an easy mull. Easy ball. Bro, where are my lands? Brother. Arena, please. Not like this. Okay. Well, they gave me lands, but they also gave me a bunch of shite. Bunch of shit cards. Basic Island Gamer. Basic Island Gamer spotted. I would like to draw a Bitter Triumph. Oh, I didn't pay out the last prediction. I will do that right now. What are they doing? Unsummon. Oh, you know what they're playing? They're probably playing the Eddymer Crab deck, right? Like Beans, Terror, Eddymer Crab, yeah, that kind of stuff. I don't know if their deck has counter spells, but if they don't, they're in trouble. Okay, I guess they can unsummon Valgavoth by discarding 2 cards. Yeah, I mean, okay, hold. Hold. Okay. Spell has not been countered. Okay, so they can now sacrifice 2 terrors and a token. Okay, now they can sack 2 tokens. You motherfucker. Okay, that helps. Ward 2, huh? Discard a card. Discard here. Pay. Next turn, Zombify. Hold. How many unsummons have they gone through? 2. But I guess they can get one back with the Storm Chaser's talent. Zombify. No counter. No counter. No counter. Pomelo. You motherfucker. Pomelo is very rude. Pomelo is a rude individual. Not a fan. Nico, welcome. What you got for me, Nico? Nico has a song request. We are dead, by the way. They did beat the Valgavoth, by the way. I didn't think that was possible, but they did. They did definitely beat the Valgavoth. All right, cut down coming out. All right, Beza, like, making chump blockers is kind of nice. I probably don't need the Elenda against them. Board Duresses seem pretty good. Could also exercise to kill their large creatures. Could do like 1 and 1 for 2 of these. Shelly's not bad either, right? Shelly's probably pretty good against them. Maybe Shelly is better than Beza. Let's try that. They do have a lot of cantrips, so kind of why I think Shelly might be better. What's been my favorite deck so far? Favorite? Probably the green-white Wiltleaf Liege deck. Like Wiltleaf Liege small creatures. As far as best performing, certainly Burn. Burn has felt like by far the best deck. But it is kind of boring to play, so. Soul Guide Lantern. So now we need to find Exercise. It's been good for me. I mean, again, small sample size, but it's been pretty good. Shadowrite Priest, Evolve Sleeper, Faithful. Yeah, I don't know if you want to be doing Cauldron stuff, though. Like, people are being extremely hostile towards the graveyards right now, which, you know, I say that playing a deck with Zombify in it, but, you know, speaking from experience, people are extremely hostile towards graveyards. Honestly, for me, Tonber, it's not Bolt Wave. The card that I think gives you the highest amount of, like, the card that I think increases your win percentage the most is honestly the Case. And some people are still not playing Case, which is kind of wild to me. But the Case is messed up. Unsummon. I'll do it again. I will simply just... Oh, stop. Stop! Dude, their deck is kind of sick. Should we try their deck? What did they get besides just unsummon? I guess they got Op too. Is Op that much of an upgrade for them? We could try it. So what is this deck like? Opt, Unsummon, Seed of Hope, Cash Grab, Tolarian Terror, This Town Ain't Big Enough, Beanstalk, Eddie Mercrab. We could try it. It's one deck that I haven't built yet. I don't know if they want to play Aetherize, because Aetherize doesn't trigger up the Beanstalk. It's only a 4-drop, so not quite as good with Beanstalk. We are extremely dead. All right, Streamer is going to do the classic lose to deck and then immediately build deck. And that's Reanimator. Like I said in the intro, this deck has been very, very impressive for me. This is kind of the final list that we're at right now. I like a lot of these numbers. I think maybe the second Day of Judgment could go. The main deck Beza could maybe get moved to the sideboard if you wanted to play like some more removal, maybe a 4th Triumph, maybe a 2nd Collector's Vault, perhaps even a 7th Big Creature. Some things to think about there, but I think as a core shell of just Doll, Mutt, Beseech, Zombify, those 4 cards just work so well together, and I really think that this deck has a lot of potential. One thing that was really impressive to me in those games was the 1 copy of Elenda. I'm very surprised at how often it came up and how often it just kind of soloed our opponent. There's just not a lot of decks that can kill this card. Protection Hexproof, for instance, is quite a line of text. Would consider maybe some more Overlords. The mana base could use a little bit of work. I didn't want to play this many planes because, again, triple black for Beseech is pretty important, and block on turn 1 is important for cut down, especially in the post-board games for Duress as well. And yeah, the sideboard could use a little bit of touching up, maybe some more Beseech targets. I feel like the Kayas are maybe unnecessary because you kind of just go over the top of the mid-range decks with Atraxa and Valgavoth anyways. So some things to keep in mind moving forward. But yeah, like I said, very, very powerful shell, and I think this one has a lot of potential. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Adios.